Okay, this video is to review number lines and how they work. So, number lines are usually created starting with a middle point and working your way forward and working your way backward with a number. They usually look like this: 0 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. And then backwards, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, and so on. That is what the arrows mean. They go forever and ever. Remember that negative numbers are smaller than positive numbers. And then it looks like the bigger the negative number looks, the smaller it actually gets, because the further we go this way is the smaller, or are smaller and smaller and smaller numbers. Or least, the numbers hold the least amount of value. In between a little piece like that is, I'm gonna kind of enlarge it a little bit, would be the decimals. So 0.5, over here would be 0.25, over here would be 0.75, stuff like that. And it just keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So if you had 0.55, it would be going right here, right next to the 5. It's just an extra little decimal to it. So remember, when ordering decimals, we always look at place value. So if we were trying to figure out which number out of these three, like that, which one of these was the biggest, the largest number? This right here is the largest. This right here is the smallest, even though they don't look it. We look by the first decimal point, and that is the smallest number. And so that is how I know that this whole number right here is the smallest. And then if my first decimal place is tied, I go to look at the second decimal place, which that one technically has a 0 and that has a 3, which that is how I know that that one is the largest, okay? Okay, so sometimes you will have questions where you will take numbers, figure out their real value, and put them on a number line. So, the square root of 3. The square root of 3 is not easy for us to see where it goes. We don't put it on the 3. Sorry guys, I had to pause that for a second. We don't just put this on the 3 on the number line. We have to actually find the real value of it, even if we had a fraction. If I had, let's say, I don't know, 11 over 3. That is let's see, I'm gonna write this down. If I had 11 over 3 and I was trying to place it on this number line up here, I do not know where that goes because I cannot see it nice and easy. What I need to do is I need to start doing some calculations. I take 11 divided by 3 and it equals 3.6 repeating, which means that it would go right about here. That is where that little number would have gone, 11 over 3. Whenever you have a square root, you can use a calculator on your computer or on your phone. Your phone has square root options if you turn it sideways whenever you're in the calculator. I'm going to do my calculator and figure out what the square root of 3 is, and it is 1.73205. That is the number that my calculator gives me. Now, of course, I can round this to whatever I feel like because I just need to place it on a number line. So I'm gonna say this is 1.7 because this 3 right here does not make the 7 jump up to an 8. It is too small, so I leave it as 1.7. So I need to go find 1.7 on my number line. Makes it a lot easier for me to see. This number right here is 3, that number is 1. These two are not the answers. This is in the very middle of 1 and 2. This is actually 1.5, which leaves us C, which is just a little bit past 1.5, in between 2 and 1.5, and that is our answer.